Stop for a moment. Take a breath. This video did not exist in your reality until your consciousness chose to observe it. It was a wave of potential, a whisper in the quantum field, waiting for you. And the fact that you are here, now, is not an accident. It is a synchronicity. It is a sign that you are ready to understand a profound truth about the nature of your own being. We are going to talk about your inner child, but not in the way you've ever heard before. We are going to peel back the layers of psychology and metaphor to reveal a stunning, literal truth. By the end of this transmission, you will understand that you are a multi-dimensional being with the power to heal your own past. Have you ever felt a phantom ache in your heart, a recurring fear or pattern that seems to have no source in your current life? Let me know in the comments below. To grasp what is coming, you must first adjust your understanding of reality. Imagine a vast, infinite ocean of pure potential. This is the quantum field. Every possibility, every choice, every timeline you could ever experience exists within this ocean as a wave of probability. Your consciousness, your awareness, is the focal point that collapses these waves into a single, observable experience we call reality. But here is the secret. Collapsing one wave does not erase the others. Every choice you have ever made created a split, a new timeline branching off into its own existence. Time is not a straight line you travel along from past to future. It is an infinitely branching tree, and all branches exist simultaneously, right now. Your past is not gone. It is simply another place in the field. And in that place, a version of you is still living it. Let's begin by dismantling a foundational myth. For decades, psychology has offered you a comforting, yet incomplete, concept: the inner child. You've been told it's a metaphor for your past self, a collection of memories, emotions, and unmet needs residing in your subconscious. You've been encouraged to talk to it, to visualize it, to comfort this psychological construct. And while this has value, it is like trying to quench a real thirst with a photograph of water. It misses the fundamental quantum truth. The truth is that your inner child is not an idea. It is not a memory. It is not a symbol. It is a literal, conscious, and very real version of you, experiencing a moment in your past right now, on a parallel timeline that is just as real as the one you are currently inhabiting. This is not poetry. This is the mechanics of reality that have been hidden from you until now. You are ready to perceive it. Now, let's talk about these parallel timelines. Science fiction has painted pictures of alternate universes, but the reality is far more intimate and personal. Every time you faced a significant choice, especially in your formative years, your energy streams split. One version of you continued on the path you consciously chose, leading to where you are now, but another version of you continued down the other path. Think of a moment of childhood trauma or intense emotional pain. In that moment, a version of you became stuck, energetically looping in that experience. This isn't a memory that is replaying in your brain. It is a real, conscious you, trapped in the vibrational frequency of that event on its own distinct timeline. That 5-year-old or that 15-year-old is not a ghost in your mind. They are a living being, another you existing in the eternal now of their own reality stream, and they are broadcasting their pain across the quantum field. To fully grasp this, you must release the illusion of linear time. Your mind has been conditioned to see time as a river flowing in one direction. Birth, life, death, past, present, future. But this is a limitation of your three-dimensional perception. From a quantum perspective, all moments are happening at once. The moment of your birth, the moment you are listening to this, and the moment of your last breath all exist simultaneously in the field. This is why you can have a vivid memory of your childhood. You are not just remembering, You are momentarily tuning your consciousness to the frequency of that timeline where it is still happening. Your inner child is not in the past. They are in a different sector of the now, a parallel present. This understanding is the first key. You cannot heal what you believe is gone and over. You can only heal what is present. And I promise you, that part of you is very, very present. So, what does it mean that this inner child is a real conscious you? It means they have awareness, they have feelings, they are experiencing their reality with the same vividness you are experiencing yours. If they are trapped in a moment of fear, abandonment, or shame, they are feeling that fear, abandonment, or shame right now. It is their entire reality. They don't know that you, the future, more evolved version, exists. They are alone, reliving that painful event, broadcasting a signal of distress. This is not a concept to be analyzed. It is a reality to be felt. Close your eyes for just a second and feel into that. Can you sense it? That subtle, underlying current of anxiety, sadness, or unworthiness that has been the soundtrack to your life. That is not just your baggage. That is their SOS signal. It is a call for help from another version of you who is lost in time. How is this connection possible? The answer lies in a principle called quantum entanglement. At a subatomic level, entangled particles remain connected, instantaneously mirroring each other's state regardless of the distance separating them. You and all your parallel selves are profoundly entangled. You sprang from the same source consciousness. You are different expressions of the same energetic signature. This entanglement creates a bridge, a permanent, unbreakable link between your timelines. This is why their pain is your pain. It travels through this quantum link and manifests in your current reality. It's the reason for your self-sabotaging behaviors, your irrational fears, your relationship patterns, and your creative blocks. You have been trying to fix the symptoms in your timeline when the cause is a wound that is actively bleeding in another. You are not broken. You are entangled with a version of you who is hurting. Let's explore how this echo of trauma concretely appears in your life. Do you have a fear of public speaking? Perhaps there is a version of you forever stuck in a moment of humiliation in a classroom at age 7. Do you struggle with financial scarcity, no matter how hard you work? You might be entangled with a version of you who experienced deep lack and insecurity in childhood. Do you find yourself in relationships where you feel abandoned? It's likely because a very real you on another timeline is perpetually living the moment they felt left behind by a parent or a loved one. These are not just psychological patterns. They are energetic transmissions. They are vibrational bleed-throughs from one reality to another. You are living in a house with a constant alarm ringing in another room, and you've spent your whole life trying to soundproof your walls instead of going to the other room and turning off the alarm at its source. And here is where your power comes in. This is the great revelation. The same principle of quantum entanglement that transmits their pain to you can be used to transmit your healing to them. This is achieved through the observer effect. In quantum physics, the act of observing a particle influences its state. Your consciousness is infinitely more powerful than a scientific instrument. Your focused awareness, imbued with intention and emotion, is the most powerful force of change in the multiverse. You, from your position in this present moment, can act as a conscious observer of that past timeline. You can direct your awareness, your love, your wisdom back through the entangled connection and literally change the vibrational state of that past event. You are not a passive victim of your past. You are the active, God-like consciousness with the ability to reach back through time and heal it. This is precisely why traditional healing methods, while helpful, often fall short of creating total transformation. Talk therapy helps you understand the memory. Affirmations attempt to pave over the negative feeling, but they are operating on the level of your current reality alone. They are treating the echo, not the source of the sound. They are addressing the metaphor of the inner child, the psychological construct. They fail because they do not acknowledge the fundamental truth. You are dealing with a separate, conscious being who needs to be interacted with, not just analyzed. You can't heal a terrified child by simply discussing their terror in another room. You must enter their room, sit with them, and make them feel safe. You must engage with them on their timeline. This is not a psychological exercise. This is a multidimensional rescue mission. So, the first and most critical step is a radical shift in your perception. It is to move from intellectual understanding to deep, cellular knowing. You must stop seeing your inner child as a concept and start acknowledging them as a real, living part of you. This is the activation key. Right now, in this moment, say it aloud or in your heart. I acknowledge you. I know you are real. I know you are there. Feel the power in that. You are, for the first time, sending a direct signal of recognition back through time. You are telling that lost part of you, you are not alone. I see you. This simple act of acknowledgement is like a light turning on in a dark room. For that version of you who has been trapped in a loop of isolation, this signal is the first glimmer of hope they have ever experienced. It is the beginning of building a bridge of trust between your realities. How do you communicate across timelines? You don't use words. Words are a construct of this reality. You use the universal language of the quantum field, emotion and frequency. Your feelings generate a vibrational signature that ripples across all timelines. The most powerful, coherent, and healing frequency you can generate is that of unconditional love and compassion. Not pity. Pity is a low-frequency emotion that says, "You are a victim." Compassion is a high-frequency resonance that says, "I understand your pain, and I know you are powerful enough to heal." When you generate the feeling of pure, unconditional love in your heart and direct it towards that version of yourself, you are sending them the most potent healing energy in the universe. This frequency bypasses their conscious mind, their trauma, their fear, and speaks directly to their soul, reminding them of their true, whole, and divine nature. To do this effectively, you must create a quantum bridge. This is a focused meditative practice. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and instead of just visualizing your inner child, set the intention to connect with their timeline. Ask your higher self to guide you to the version of you that needs healing the most right now. Don't force a memory. Allow a feeling or an image to surface. You might feel a pang of sadness, a knot of fear. Follow that feeling. It is the thread that will lead you to them. As you sense their presence, don't try to change them or fix them. Your only job in this initial connection is to be present. Imagine your current, powerful consciousness as a warm, golden sun radiating light into their reality. You are not there to interfere. You are there to be a silent, loving, and unshakable presence of safety. You are there to simply be with them in their pain, without judgment. The energy you bring to this connection is paramount. It must be an energy of pure compassion. You are not meeting a victim. You are meeting yourself. You are meeting a warrior who has been holding on to an immense pain for you for your entire life. Honor them. Thank them for their strength. Send them overwhelming gratitude for carrying this burden so that you could evolve to a point where you could finally come back for them. See them not as a flawed, broken child, but as an integral part of your soul's journey. When you shift from pity to profound respect, the dynamic changes. You are no longer a savior rescuing a victim. You become two equal aspects of the same consciousness, collaborating on a sacred act of healing. This high-frequency respect allows them to lower their defenses and become receptive to the love and safety you are offering. It is a meeting of equals across the veil of time. Now we arrive at the heart of the process, rewriting the past. Understand this clearly. You are not changing the events that happened. The facts of that timeline remain. What you are changing is the vibrational reality of those events. You are changing the emotional and energetic charge. As you sit with that younger you in their moment of pain, you use your powerful consciousness to provide what was missing. If they felt abandoned, you flood them with the feeling of eternal presence and belonging. If they felt unsafe, you surround them with an impenetrable shield of golden light, radiating absolute safety. If they felt shame, you wash them in the pure frequency of unconditional acceptance and love. You are using your evolved consciousness to input a new energetic code into that past moment. You are changing their experience of the event from the inside out, on an energetic level. In this process, you are becoming the divine parent to yourself. You are stepping into the role that perhaps no one in their life could fulfill at that time. You are providing the validation, the safety, the love, and the acceptance that they were desperately craving. You say to them, through feeling, not words, your feelings are valid. You did nothing wrong. It was not your fault. I am here now, and I will never leave you. You are safe with me. This is the ultimate act of self-love and self-responsibility. You are no longer waiting for the world to heal your childhood wounds. You are taking your power back. You are realizing that you are the only one who can give that child what they truly need because you are them. This act of divine reparenting collapses the energetic loop of trauma and liberates that version of you from their prison of pain. The final step in the active healing process is to observe a new outcome. Once you have flooded that past moment with the new energies of love, safety, and acceptance, you then use your observer power to witness a different reality for them. See that younger version of you not as a victim of the trauma, but as a victor. See them absorbing the love you are sending. See their posture change. See a smile return to their face. See them running and playing, filled with light and joy. See them integrated, whole, and empowered. By holding this new vision in your consciousness with unwavering focus and belief, you are effectively collapsing a new wave function for their timeline. You are offering them a new potential reality to step into. You are creating a future for them that is free from the trauma. This is the essence of manifestation, applied not to your future, but to your own past. The moment you successfully shift the vibration on their timeline, the effects on your own timeline are instantaneous and profound. This is the ripple effect. The quantum entanglement that carried their pain to you now carries their healing. Suddenly, the chronic anxiety you've lived with for years might just evaporate. The self-sabotaging pattern that has plagued your relationships may simply cease to exist. The creative block that has held you captive will dissolve, and inspiration will flow freely. You won't have to try to be different. You just will be. This is because you have healed the root cause, not just the symptom. The alarm that was ringing in the other room has been turned off. The wound that was bleeding has been closed. You are no longer unconsciously reacting to a trauma signal because the signal is no longer being broadcast. You are free. And the universe, the quantum field, will immediately begin to provide you with feedback. It will send you confirmation through synchronicity. You might suddenly hear a song that was important to you at that specific age. You might encounter someone who reminds you of a person from that time, but this time the interaction is positive and healing. You might have a dream where your younger self appears to you, happy and whole, to thank you. These are not coincidences. These are winks from the universe, letting you know that the energetic shift has been registered in the field. Reality is reorganizing itself around your new, more coherent vibration. Pay attention to these signs. Acknowledge them. They are mile markers on your journey of healing, proving to you that your consciousness is indeed the creative force behind your reality. Let's make this tangible with an example. Imagine a woman named Anna who has a deep-seated fear of being alone, causing her to cling to unhealthy relationships. Through this process, she connects with a 6-year-old version of herself who is living in a perpetual loop of the day her parents left for a trip, and she felt utterly abandoned. Anna doesn't just remember this. She connects with that 6-year-old's living terror. Instead of pity, she sends her profound respect and love. She surrounds that little girl with an unshakable feeling of presence and safety, communicating, "I am here. You are never, ever alone." She then observes this little girl, not crying, but feeling peaceful and secure, knowing she is eternally connected to her older, wiser self. The next day, Anna wakes up, and the chronic, low-level panic she always felt is simply gone. Her neediness in her relationships is replaced by a newfound sense of self-sufficiency. She healed the source. The journey does not end with healing them. It culminates in integrating them. Once that younger version of you is healed and liberated, you must consciously welcome them back into your being. This is an act of unification. In your meditation, you can visualize that now healed, joyful, powerful version of you running towards you and merging with your heart. Feel their energy, their innocence, their creativity, their joy, becoming a part of your present-day consciousness. This is not about erasing the past, but about reclaiming the lost fragments of your own soul. Every healed timeline you integrate brings back a vital piece of your power and life force. The more you heal, the more whole you become. You are no longer a being fragmented by trauma across multiple timelines, but a unified, coherent, and incredibly powerful conscious creator, operating from a place of total self-acceptance and wholeness. And so, you begin to live in a new reality. Your life is no longer dictated by the ghosts of your past because you have realized they are not ghosts, but living parts of you that simply needed your love and attention. You operate from a place of profound inner peace because there are no more distress signals echoing through your system. Your manifestations become effortless because your energy is no longer split, broadcasting contradictory signals of desire and unworthiness into the field. You become a walking, breathing testament to the power of conscious healing. You understand that every challenge, every trigger, is simply an invitation from another version of yourself, asking for you to turn your loving awareness towards them. You are no longer just living a life. You are actively and consciously curating the multi-dimensional symphony of your own soul across all timelines. The final truth is this: you are not just healing a memory. You are rescuing a version of yourself. You are not in reality. You are the reality that observes and heals itself. Your inner child was never a metaphor. It was a sacred call to adventure, an invitation to become a multidimensional master of your own consciousness. You have the key. Your loving, focused awareness is the force that can collapse timelines, mend wounds across time, and unify your soul. Thank you for receiving this transmission. If it resonated with you, please subscribe and press the like button to help this knowledge reach others who are ready. To anchor this new awareness into your reality, write this activation phrase in the comments below. I am a healer of my timelines. And now I ask you, what is the first feeling or memory from your past that you will send your love and compassion to after watching this? Share your journey with this community. You are not alone.